Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Spendthrift Podcast. As always, right into Coin Watch with Bitcoin. As you know, Bitcoin has been yo-yoing in the 4Ks, kind of back and forth. But business as usual. We can probably expect 5K sometime this month, but will it remain there for a nice period of time? Who knows? But I definitely see we will see 5K within the month. Within the week, probably not, but month, we're good. Ethereum, on the other hand, has been struggling to pass their lower 300s. It's reached nearly, high 300s, nearly 400 something. It's very height, but I feel like it's not going to reach that height for a very long time again. So if you're trying to bet with Ethereum, you're going to be hanging in there for a while, most likely. But still not a bad bet, just all for like storage value. But appreciation probably won't be much for Ethereum unless Bitcoin really goes up. Next up, Bitcoin Cash. I expect the hash power to slowly wane and probably die off, decrease in price. Bitcoin Cash isn't the best, honestly, but I'll continue to watch it just to see how long it survives. Litecoin, on the other hand, it's pretty surprising. It's pretty much keeping up with Bitcoin's kind of changes and doing a little bit better than Ethereum sometimes. I see Litecoin as more of a storage value right now with the potential of going higher, unlike Ethereum, where I'm pretty sure Ethereum's capped out for now. Litecoin's also a pretty good option if you're just trying to get a coin somewhere, so it helps other coins be liquid, so Litecoin's pretty good. Monero, not really doing much, kind of surprised, honestly. I felt like Monero would be utilized a bit more for like dark web related things, but maybe with all these recent busts and this regulation coming down, things have been a little tougher on the black market side, and Watchful Eyes has been busting people, so these deep web coins have been struggling. I mean, Zcash has been struggling. It bounced up but went right back down. Next up, Neo. Neo is the most reliable Chinese coin. Was $20, went to 30, now it's 36, probably hit 40. Beyond 40, I don't know for now. China's still too uncertain. But once China's certainty has been locked, Neo might be Ethereum for China. And our little final coin watch is Chainlink. Chainlink has a lot of potential to be kind of this tool that connects everything together. I know it was 12 cents on Ether Delta like 3 weeks ago or so, 3 weeks ago. Don't remember the exact time. Now it's 40 cents, peaked 50 3-ish days ago. I expect it to be within the year, 50 cents back up to 50, probably 75, 80 cents. So I'll double what it is at least by the end. If you're looking optimistic, maybe 1 to like 175 for the price. Anything beyond $2 seems like insanity, especially once the kind of circulated coins starts increasing closer to the total supply. 1 billion coins, it'll be a while unless it dashes up to the top 5. So, and if it does dash up to top 5, well, still on this low circulation, it's a pretty good coin to hold. But I expect at least 2 times within a year, maybe 3 or 4. Alright, onwards until the news. Next, Ripple eyes Swift as a primary target to overtake. This is something because Chainlink has been claiming, well, suggesting collaboration with the Swift platform. And this might speed up the implementation there. So either Ripple will benefit or Chainlink will. SEC slams fraud companies of Zaslavinsky. These are two basically ICO scams of this guy. And the SEC has caught up to him for these scams. It just goes to show that once you hit anything in American soil, or you go to America yourself, you're done for, because they will go after you, even if you think not. It's really is just don't scam people. That's really what it comes down to. Especially when you're scamming people for big bucks. Next up, Dolet tracking ships certificates with blockchain. Why'd I put this on here? Well, simple, because Dolet has been putting a lot of emphasis on blockchain technology, which means they might be one of the first people who really push the underlying technology into kind of the corporate mainstream more. I'm pretty sure they have an entire initiative with blockchain too, so something to look out for, as this company is definitely going to be one on the forefront. Then IMF Christine Lagarde says ignoring cryptocurrencies may not be wise. And of course, all of us here that knows it is not wise, and some other people are wising up to not ignoring crypto, but it's still definitely a growing market. It hasn't even reached 500 million yet, which is kind of the point I'm looking for. Because in my mind, once we reach 500 million, that's when we're going to see quick adoption, I think, at least. 1 trillion is the realistic kind of like first stagnation point. Alright, DJ Khaled is promoting ICOs. I know we've been having a lot of celebrities like Floyd Mayweather and Paris Hilton promoting ICOs, and Jamie Foxx too. But really, most of these celebrity ICOs are garbage. Probably get paid a decent amount to promote these ICOs. They don't really care. So take it for what you will. When I see a celebrity promoting an ICO, I think the ICO is garbage. It's just my opinion. South Korean regulators banned ICOs. However, you can still trade. Basically, they banned all ICOs like domestically. So you can't make an ICO. You more than likely can't contribute to one like you can in America. But you can still trade cryptocurrencies. They didn't ban any of that. There's just no ICOs basically. This is really gonna like cripple ICON, because I'm pretty sure it was really banking on ICOs or the Korean market being open. Next up, more Korean. Nexon buys Corbett in exchange for 80 million. This is kind of surprising, but not surprising in a way. Nexon, if you don't know and you weren't playing those free-to-play garbage games back in the day, Nexon is just this gaming company, and they bought it in a cryptocurrency exchange. Why? Some people say for them to support their own little microtransaction with digital currencies, but maybe they're just trying to diversify into something kind of in their area, but not really. Yeah, and some really good news, how Japan has issued licenses for 11 Bitcoin exchanges, legitimizing Bitcoins in Japan 100%. Japan's really on the forefront with accepting cryptocurrencies. They're probably the best area for crypto. And I probably expect a lot more Japanese-based cryptocurrencies to pop up now, since they're probably one of the friendliest besides like Switzerland or something with crypto. Definitely going to be a country that benefits with this openness. Hopefully other countries will follow suit with Japan rather than being anti-crypto. We'll have to watch as it develops. And finally, this one's not really a news, but it's news, but it's kind of like more gossipy news of the the 2X debate is heating up on Twitter. So if you don't know, there's been a lot of discussion with the Bitcoin's hard fork, like a new one. And this little debate has been really heating up with Twitter with prominent crypto influencers chiming in their opinions on it. And for all you who don't know, I was thinking about maybe making an article kind of with showcasing both sides so people can make a choice. Make the choice of who you support or what do you support. But the gist of this debate that's really heating up is some people want to scale Bitcoin in a different way. In my opinion, they just want to accelerate the adoption with corporations. That's their real reason. Some say they want to destroy Bitcoin, but I feel like that's too alarmist. The other side of things kind of just don't want another fork after we just had one really recently, and really want to put the hands into the dedicated developer team, understandably. So, in my opinion and eyes, it's really a debate on this. The debate is really people who believe more in the philosophy of Bitcoin versus people who want to see faster adoption and are trying to get it at whatever cost. There's by leveraging kind of the Bitcoin brand and improving it to what they feel is acceptable. But in a way, both sides are trying to carve their vision. And, I'll dive more into it in a later date. Like I said, I'm thinking about making a little article about this and to share it everywhere. But yeah, I expect so expect that if there's an article kind of detailing the sides, it'll be an article of more of an opinion piece on me or where I stand there. The opinion piece will 100% come out, I think, while the other one's up in the air. But finally, Mentality Monday, playing off what I was just talking about, the whole debate on Twitter and people really separating themselves into two distinct sides and tribes. You need to do your own due diligence, people. Research things. I know there's a lot of complex things in blockchain and Bitcoin. A lot of complex definitions and topics that are just like, it takes a lot of time to understand some of them or understand the thing in a complete manner. But you really should take the time to at least curate some people to explain the harder topics better while you get the general idea yourself, so you can make an educated opinion when debates that could make or break something or completely change the destiny of the community like this pops up, which this is a really big thing. So if you didn't know about this little debate going on for another fork, you were not listening to the last week's podcast and you were just not there. So keep that in mind. Do your due diligence and look out for what people tell you. Even me. Question everything. So see you on another episode of the Crypto Spenther podcast next week. And by next week, I mean next Thursday. This Thursday. Sorry about that, but yeah, see you Thursday. Check out the Facebook. No Twitter, so I locked the Twitter, has a big story behind it. Ask me one day. So there's no Twitter, but check out the Facebook and check out the website. Subscribe to the email list. Go on the YouTube, subscribe to that. Listen and review on your chosen platform, either iTunes or Google Plus or something else possibly. I mean, apparently people use other things, but yeah, leave a review, share. and even support me on the Patreon if you want. But I'd rather you just share it everywhere for now. That helps me more. Funny enough. So, see you Thursday.